Hey guys, SirVern back here. Hey guys, SirVern back here.
Hey guys, SirVern back here, and today I'm reviewing Prodeus for the PS5. This is on a few other systems, I think, but this is what they consider a boomer shooter, I think. That's like the genre of this game. But I'm going to go over the same 5 categories I always do: graphics, performance, gameplay/story, replayability, then fun factor. Give each category a score from 1 to 10, average it up, and then talk about the game a little bit. So, like I said, boomer shooter, super gory, really fast paced, like an old school Doom. You can clearly see the inspiration. But we'll start with graphics. I think they're awesome. You can play it more pixelized. I'm not sure what the mode is called, but you can also play it in like an HD cleaner version, and that's the way I played it. You can see my dude is running extremely fast. I set it to auto run, so you can walk and then run, when you want to, but a lot of my footage is just going to be me running like full speed. So just keep that in mind. It's not that fast all the time if you don't want it to be, but the graphics look great, 8.5. Performance is going to be the next category. It's close to perfect, but there is some hiccups with frame rate here and there. I'm not quite sure what it is, and why, like, what is it called? VSync or whatever, VRR didn't fix it, but I did notice just here and there when it's really busy on the screen. But overall, it's perfectly playable. There's no crashes. I didn't find any bugs or anything like this. I mean, it's a well-made game, and I really did enjoy it. So I'm going to give performance a 9. I had no big issues. Next category is going to be gameplay/story. So we'll just start with the story. It's okay. It gives you a reason why you're shooting this guy or that bad guy. You can see all the different weapons you can choose. But, it's nothing like spectacular. There's no like big cutscenes or anything like that. But the reason you're going to play this game is most likely going to be for the gameplay. And so that's where this really shines. The gameplay is fast, chaotic, difficult at times. I think it's a really good balance. I played it like under normal. It does have difficulty settings, so you can set this like as high as you want, and I'm sure it just gets insane. And that'll add to the replayability because I'm not sure about the trophies. I think most of them are hidden in this game, which I didn't really love. But the gameplay is really, really fun. It's addicting. You can buy new weapons. You can see how many there are available. This is early on. They have like a primary and a secondary firing mode. Like the rocket launcher, you can shoot and then pick when it explodes, like midair. You have trying to think, like a shotgun with four barrels, and you can shoot one at a time. Your alternate mode or secondary fire would be shoot all 4 shells at like a boss. So that's really cool. I really like the way the weapons feel. It's really gory. I like that. And it looks like Doom. I have a lot of nostalgia for the original Doom. That's one of the first video games I ever beat. And so if you like Doom, especially like the original Dooms, or even the new ones, you're going to really, really like this game. A lot of inspiration from that series here. You're finding keys just like Doom. You're searching this map, but it's like, I think they would consider this a boomer shooter, and there is an online mode, I guess. So I'm about to make a video on this, a separate video. So check out my channel about this online modes in video games. So this has an online mode, and I'll talk about this a lot more in replayability and a whole lot more in my video about this. But hey, real quick, trials. There are levels. I'll go back to trials. Right here is the people that made this game. I guess it was crowdfunded. But so trials in the game are sections where you're trying to do like complete it with a shotgun only or whatever, or a rocket launcher in a certain amount of time. And if you do it within that time, you get the currency to buy new weapons and upgrades. So super, super cool. I love that it that it keeps up with that. You go to shops. Each level has like certain collectibles within the level. Those are also the currency to buy new weapons. But like I said, this is a crowdfunded game. And there's even one section, I won't spoil it, but it shows the people who made the game, and it's really cool. Like if I had made this, I would have bought or contributed to this game. I would be super into this, probably more into this. And it's a good game. It's not like one of my favorite genres, but I do like this game. I had a lot of fun with it. But where was I? Gameplay. So like you can see, here's the shop. I'm unlocking it with my currencies I've found. But yeah, like I said, you like Doom, you're gonna love this game. So I'm gonna give gameplay / story an 8. I think it's solid. I think it's fun. But it could have been more fun, and I would have given this that category a higher score along with the replayability category. So this has a lot of replayability because it has a lot of collectibles. In theory, it has a lot of replayability. But once you find all the collectibles and you know where the enemies are, and you've beat the story a few times under different difficulties and that kind of thing, and you've beat all the trials, so it has a decent amount just in the story. But so if it was just a story-based game and they put more time into like developing the story over the multiplayer, because let me just get to the negative. The multiplayer has never had somebody online for me. I'm not sure when this game released, but I have looked for online games 3 different times and have found nobody. I've looked in different servers. You could pick, America, Asia. Let me look real quick. And in every single place. So this came out November 2020. So it is 4 years old. So you got to keep that in mind. And I'm about to make a whole video on this. So like I said, stay tuned. But I wish that they would have spent a little more time just making more levels, or couch co-op, or bot mode, or endless mode. Something to where it had, instead of having a multiplayer mode that just there's nobody there. I've hosted games, I've searched in different regions, there's just nobody playing this game, which is a shame because it would be so much fun and replayability would be nearly endless if this was super populated, but it's not. So once you beat the campaign, and it doesn't have a whole lot of replayability for me personally. If you are super into this type of game and just love punishing difficulty, you could set the difficulty higher, find all the collectibles. But it's I don't know. You unlock, new things that may help you get to different parts of the map you couldn't before, so you could go back and try to find collectibles and not just focusing on beating the level. But that's just, I didn't love it enough to do that. I don't love the game enough to platinum the game. I did enjoy the game, but replayability is going to take a massive hit because, half the game is unplayable to me. You can't play multiplayer, so that's to me, it's a bad design choice. At least have bots in there or something to where you can play the game offline, like Killzone Mercenary did for the Vita. Once there's nobody playing online, you can play against bots and at least play what they design. Anyway, and it wasn't a super long game, so the game took me around 8 hours to beat. I got a lot of collectibles, not all the collectibles, probably not even half the collectibles. But I was, I did enough to unlock a few weapons, and I had a good time. But anyway, I give replayability a 3. And that is hugely because half the game doesn't have a player base, and there's no bots. That mode is ruined and completely useless. It might as well not even be there. This is a game you might want to buy on PC, because at least the servers can be, fans can make on their own servers. Anyway, that's a terrible design choice to me, and not just this game, but any game like this. Next category is fun factor, and I give a 7. That would have been higher too had I had multiplayer, had fun, and 7 may be generous for this category. But the campaign is fun enough and well designed enough to warrant a 7. So I think 7's fair for fun factor. So just to recap, graphics an 8.5, performance a 9, gameplay / story an 8, replayability a 3, fun factor a 7. That averages out to a 7.1 out of 10. It's a good game. Like an indie title, I guess it was crowdfunded. You can see here I'm about to do this trial with a shotgun, and I spent a good number of times doing each trial. It's fun. I really enjoy this. And I got to where I was really, really fast at it. You can see here you're shooting these little, whatever you call them, to try to open more or the next area, and you're running. So this is you got to pick tactically when you reload, if you shoot an enemy or not, that kind of thing. Really cool. So it has a lot of positives in this game, but let me know if y'all agree. And like I said, watch my video about online modes in games. I'm about to make it. So that's all I got for Prodeus for the PS5. SirVern out.